Rich Dad Poor Dad, full 20-minute summary in simple English. This is the story of two fathers and the lessons they taught about money. One is the poor dad, who is educated and hardworking but believes in a safe job. The other is the rich dad, who is less educated but wise about money. Robert Kiyosaki learned from both of them while growing up. His poor dad used to say go to school, get good grades, and find a stable job. His rich dad said learn how money works and make it work for you. These two ways of thinking are completely different. The poor dad represents the traditional path most people follow. The rich dad represents the mindset of financial freedom. The first lesson is that the rich do not work for money. Most people spend their whole life working for a paycheck. The rich understand that money should work for them. They use money to create assets that generate more income. An employee works for a salary. A business owner or investor builds systems that earn money even when they are sleeping. The second lesson is about financial education. Schools teach math, history, and writing, but they do not teach how to manage money. Because of this, even highly educated people can be broke. Financial education means understanding how money flows, how taxes work, and how to grow wealth through assets. Rich people focus on learning how to make money grow. The third lesson is to build assets instead of buying liabilities. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out. A house you live in can be a liability if it costs you monthly expenses. A rental property that earns income is an asset. The rich spend their money buying or building assets like real estate, businesses, or investments. The poor and middle class spend money on liabilities like cars, gadgets, and clothes. The fourth lesson is mind your own business. This means focus on building your own sources of income, not just your job. When you work for a company, you are building someone else's dream. When you build your own business or investments, you are creating your own dream. Start small, learn how to sell, and grow something that belongs to you. The fifth lesson is work to learn, not to earn. Most people work for money only. The rich focus on learning skills that make them more valuable. For example, learn how to sell, how to manage people, and how to invest. These skills will make you independent. The more you learn, the less you fear losing money because you can always make it again. The sixth lesson is overcome fear and take risks. Fear of losing money stops most people from becoming rich. The poor dad would say do not take risks. The rich dad would say learn to manage risk. Taking no risk is the biggest risk because you depend only on one source of income. The rich know that failure is a part of success. The seventh lesson is about the power of mindset. The poor say I cannot afford it. The rich ask how can I afford it? One mindset closes the door. The other opens the door to creativity. Financial success begins in the mind. When you believe that you can learn and grow, you find ways to create income. The eighth lesson is about taxes and corporations. The rich use the power of corporations to pay fewer taxes legally. They understand how to protect money through businesses and investments. Poor people pay taxes first, then spend what is left. The rich spend first on business expenses and investments, and taxes come later. Understanding this difference is key to financial freedom. The ninth lesson is learning to sell and communicate. Selling is not only about products. It is about expressing ideas and convincing others. Whether you are an employee, entrepreneur, or investor, the ability to communicate well will increase your income and opportunities. The 10th lesson is the importance of taking action. Knowledge without action is useless. Many people read books and attend seminars but never start anything. The rich dad said the more you delay, the harder it becomes. Start small, even if it is uncomfortable. Experience is the best teacher. The 11th lesson is keep learning even after success. The rich never stop learning. They read, study markets, and adapt to change. Poor people often stop learning after school. The world keeps changing, and those who keep learning stay ahead. The 12th lesson is to surround yourself with smart people. The rich build teams of accountants, lawyers, and advisors. They know they cannot know everything. The poor try to do everything alone. Building a strong network helps you make better decisions and find better opportunities. The 13th lesson is about control and freedom. True wealth is not only about money. It is about time and choices. When you have assets that generate income, you have freedom. You can spend time with your family, travel, or work on what you love. A job gives money but not freedom. Assets give freedom because they earn even when you do not work. The 14th lesson is about the difference between being broke and being poor. Being broke is temporary. Being poor is a mindset. You can lose all your money but still have the mindset to make it back. The poor dad believed in security. The rich dad believed in opportunity. The 15th lesson is about learning from mistakes. Every failure teaches something. The rich analyze mistakes and try again. The poor quit after failure. Each failure brings you closer to success if you learn from it. The 16th lesson is about being generous. The rich dad taught that giving creates flow. When you give knowledge, money, or help, it comes back multiplied. Giving keeps your mind open to abundance. The 17th lesson is take responsibility for your life. Do not blame the government, your job, or your family. The rich dad said you are responsible for your own financial education. Waiting for others to save you keeps you poor. Start taking small steps to manage and grow your money. The 18th lesson is to understand cash flow. Learn how money moves in and out. Keep your expenses lower than your income. Use the extra money to buy assets. As your assets grow, they generate more income, creating a loop that makes you richer over time. The 19th lesson is about teaching children early. Rich people teach their kids about money from a young age. They learn how to think like investors and entrepreneurs. Poor parents often tell their kids to find safe jobs, which limits their thinking. Teach the next generation how to manage, invest, and multiply money. The 20th lesson is about financial freedom. The goal is not to be rich just to show off. It is to be free. When your passive income is greater than your expenses, you are free. You no longer work for money. Money works for you. In conclusion, Rich Dad Poor Dad is not just about money. It is about changing the way you think. It is about taking control of your future. It teaches that wealth starts with education, mindset, and courage. You can become rich if you are willing to learn, act, and never give up. This is the message of Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad Poor Dad. Financial freedom is possible for anyone who is ready to learn how money really works.